Hey yo, what is going on, guys? Your boy is back with his Elimination Chamber 2023 review. And for all the people who subscribed off my last video, thank you very much. And yeah, welcome along for the ride. So I made that Sami Zayn video. People really liked it apparently. So yeah, here we are with his big show here, his big homecoming. And yeah, let's get into it. So the show opened with the women's elimination chamber match, and I'll just say it right off the bat, this match, it wasn't like terrible. It just seemed kind of bland, like it was just missing something, like it missed any real like stakes and stuff. I mean, they took like half an hour to all get into the chamber. They're all like staring down each other as they go into the pods, and it's like, just get in the freaking pods and let's get the match started. Let's go. So yeah, the match, I think it was Liv Morgan and who the hell started this match? It was Liv Morgan and Natalya. So Natalya and Liv Morgan, they have a pretty good back and forth. Like everything was good, and yeah, so I think it was Nikki Cross who came out next, and yeah, she came out and she didn't even take off her jacket. So what the hell? Yeah, sorry, I have to get my page up here so I can kind of remember everything properly. Yeah, so Nikki Cross came out, and I think after that Raquel came out. Raquel came out, and yeah, so like I said, like the match itself, it was fine. There was just nothing really to like get super into here, because it's like the ending came with just Asuka beating Carmella. Carmella was kind of taunting Asuka throughout the match, and yeah, so there was no real like stakes, because it's like, well, who's really going to go on to challenge Bianca Belair? Like, Raquel is not ready for that, and that would be boring. Like, I mean, Raquel is kind of boring. Just not trying to be mean to her and Evan, but kind of true. It's like Liv Morgan's the only other one you kind of thought had a real chance, and she got eliminated. She got eliminated second from Asuka and the sharpshooter from Natalya. So so it's like the only other interesting option would have been Liv, but she got eliminated. So yeah, it was just really a match that took place to get Asuka her number one contendership against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. So I will say this: I hope Asuka wins. I think the Murder Clown looks sick. I think her new look is amazing, and yeah, I think this will be a really, really good feud heading into WrestleMania. So looking forward to that. Next up, we had Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. And yeah, this match kind of disappointed me, because it's like I was actually expecting a match. As we knew on SmackDown, Bray had called out the winner of this match. So it was really interesting to see, like, everyone kind of was expecting a schmoz finish. Everyone was also expecting like this to go to WrestleMania, where they have their final big blow-off match. And yeah, it's like, I don't know where this all goes, because it's like, is Brock going to be involved? Is Brock going to be wrestling Gunther? Is this going to be a fatal four-way with Drew, Sheamus, Gunther, and Brock? You know what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, so it's like, it's kind of like weird to see how they went with this. Anyways, the match had a big fight feel. Bobby and Brock, they made their big entrances. They were really sick. They're both obviously just tremendous athletes, and you wouldn't want to fight either of these dudes. Brock, I think he hit. This was really the one surprising thing about this match, was that Bobby kicked out of the F5, and I know people have kicked out of the F5 probably recently, but this was like a pretty big deal, because it's like when Brock hits that, normally it's one and done and the match is over with. So it's like when he hit that and then Bobby kicked out, I was like, damn. So that was like the highlight of the match. These matches, they're very reminiscent to like the Goldberg match, and Brock's had a few of these over the years where it's like, it's just a sprint. It's F5, F5, spear, spear, F5, spear. And that's kind of what those matches are like with Roman Reigns. Some of them have been like, it's like, I'd like to actually see like a match. I understand like it's kind of fun to see them break out the heavy artillery, and yeah. So I like Corey Graves said, that is the fun part about the matches, but that they kind of do have that, they're unlimited finishers and stuff, and they can just end at any time. So I guess that is kind of fun about these matches, but it's just, I wanted to see an actual match. So I was left a little disappointed. But the ending came when Brock hit Bobby Lashley in the nuts, and F5'd him through the announce table, then F5'd the referee. So we'll see where that all goes from here, because we all know Bobby Lashley got suspended for attacking a referee. So will Brock. Probably not. Continuity. Anyways, next up we had the Grit couple, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. And this match, I was expecting Edge and Beth to win because they are in Canada, and a lot of people were picking against them. And I was like, you guys got to remember, they're in Canada. Natalya's not winning. Sami's probably not winning. We need to have some kind of Canadian winner on the show, and this will kind of probably set up the match for WrestleMania between Edge and Finn Balor, which seems to be the direction they are going in. So, yeah, the match itself, Finn and Edge, they started the match up until they got the ladies involved, and the ladies were in this for like a big section of the match. They were in this for a big portion, and it wasn't bad. Beth's in a bit better shape than I think Maurice was when she was doing the mixed tags, but yeah, you can tell she kind of got lost in there at points and was looking kind of gassed. And yeah, you know, these people, they're in their 40s and stuff, so it's like, and she's not active in the ring anymore. She still obviously stays in shape. She's still pretty jacked. So yeah, Beth, she looked pretty good in the match. It was a pretty botchy match. There was a lot of screw ups in the match with Edge kicking out of the brass knuckle shot, and Beth clearly wasn't there for to knock the pin, so to break up the pin. So yeah, the match itself wasn't like, there was a lot of screw ups in the match. There was like there was one that came towards the end with Beth and Rhea. They were out on the floor, and then they kind of screwed something up there, and then and then Dominic trying to knock Beth down but missing, and yeah, this was pretty. Yeah, this was, if it wasn't in Montreal, I don't think this would come off as well. So that was the one good thing I could say about it. Anyways, not a bad match, just not a great match either. So yeah, so next up we got the men's Elimination Chamber, and this one was one of the most interesting Elimination Chambers I can say we've had in a very long time. And the reason for that is you could actually make an argument for any of these guys to win, and you didn't know who was going to win. So at one point I was like, oh man, maybe they'll go with Jonny Gargano to win this match, and then he gets eliminated. And I was like, oh, I didn't think that. I believe, who was it who started the match? It was Johnny Gargano and Seth Rollins. They were having some really good chain wrestling in the ring. They took it to the outside, slammed each other across the cage a couple times. I believe, who's the freaking number 3? So yeah, Austin Theory then comes out and he's trying to team up with Seth Rollins, and he's trying to team up, not with Seth Rollins, with Johnny Gargano. And yeah, so finally we get who is it? Damion Priest comes out, and he's a house of fire in there, and he's lighting everybody up with shots and kicks and stuff. So Damion Priest looked really good in this match. Austin Theory's doing his normal heel shit. Johnny Gargano, he's a little bland, and I think he could use a little spice thrown on him. So he probably could use a little bit of that. And then finally, Bronson Reed comes out, and he's just destroying people because it's Bronson Reed. And Bronson Reed, I have to say, I think this guy's a really great future ahead of him. I'm surprised they didn't pull the trigger and put the belt on him for this, because I think that he'd probably carry the title really well, but he's so new coming back. It's a bit of a tricky situation, but he got eliminated after like 3 super kicks after Montez Ford came in the match. And Montez Ford, this was a career-making performance for him. And yeah, he was really awesome in the match. What did he do? He did some flip off the top of the cage and landed on everyone, which is pretty scary when you think about it. Like, good thing you don't fall on your neck from that height. That would be pretty brutal. So then they eliminated Bronson Reed with that, like the triple super kicks, and then Montez Ford hit the splash on him. Then Johnny Gargano, I believe, was eliminated next, and Seth Rollins did the curve. Before that, though, Johnny Gargano hit this freaking Hurricanrana to Seth off the top of the pod onto everyone after they were just sitting there having they're like, oh my God, we've been in this for so long. And then they started fighting on the top of the pod. And yeah, so that moment was absolutely terrifyingly crazy. So good job, guys. I don't know what to say. Hopefully, good thing no one died. So Seth Rollins, it comes down to Seth Rollins and Austin Theory. Logan Paul finds his way in, and he hits a buckshot lariat better than CM Punk on Seth Rollins and beats down Seth Rollins. I think it's a curb stomp on him too. And then Austin Theory picks up the win, and I guess people are thinking it's gonna be Austin Theory versus John Cena at WrestleMania. So that's really, really interesting to see. Like, we'll see what happens there. That's a pretty big title defense for Austin Theory heading into the biggest show of the year. Finally, main event time. The reason you guys are all here, the reason people have all been so excited about WWE over the past year pretty much, and that's Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns, main event, elimination chamber, world championships on the line. And in Sami's hometown, Roman comes out first and he's getting booed. F you Roman chants. The crowd is absolutely going wild. Sami then comes out and like we hear Worlds Apart. Thank you for giving us Worlds Apart and blessing us with Worlds Apart, because I love that song. I've always loved that song, and it was so great to see Sami come out to that and just the ovation he was getting. His family was in the crowd. His wife was in the crowd. He went over and he hugged her before the match, and then he gets in and he just standing ovation for Sami, and Roman's getting booed. And then finally, the match starts, and it's just like about 4 or 5 minutes passed. They didn't even touch. They weren't even near each other. They're just staring each other down. And Roman, the one thing I always give him is his facial expressions and just how he just comes off like such an asshole in these situations. Like, just like, you're beneath me. You ain't nothing. And like, he's like Kane in that regard, where it's like you can tell what's going on in here just by looking at him. So yeah, really good stuff from Roman. Sami, just everything. Like, the dude was clearly the underdog of this match. He knew that. He was a complete underdog coming in to try and win, the underdog from the underground, trying to win this match. And they finally, like, they lock up. Roman gets the better of Sami with like the shoulder tackle, and it's just a really, really slow build. It's really similar to the Drew Roman match they had at Clash of the Castle last year, which was just such an amazing match. This was no different. And oh man, Roman and Sami having their little back and forth, and Roman's kind of like getting a little edge on him, and then Sami would hit him with a shot, or he'd back Roman up, and then the crowd starts losing their mind. And it's just, this match is just, you have to watch it and you have to see it just to understand just how amazing. This is pro wrestling to a T here. Just great story. The moves, every move mattered in this match. It felt like the biggest of deals ever in this match. Every move mattered. Every punch mattered. And when Sami, I think he hit the freaking Superman punch on him, then he hits the haluva kick, and wow, that was a great. I was like, oh, he's got, oh no, and like, because you're like, you just hold out that hope that it's like maybe, just maybe Sami can pull it off. And Roman kept kicking out, and then I think he hits him with Roman hit him with the first spear. I was like, oh no, and then Sami kicked out. I was like, whew. And then it was like the second one. It was like there was like a chair shot. Roman gets the chair. He hits Sami. Sami goes down, and then Roman hits him with the spear, and you're like, oh, it's over there. And then Sami just gets the shoulder up, and whoa, that one, that kick out was like, this is what I was like saying with like again, I always like attack the indie matches where it's like just a million kick outs, but like they made one kick out, just whoa. And it just meant everything. And that's just what's so great about these WWE matches here. Like, they just get you like so invested in the people in them. And yeah, so yeah, this match, there's nothing else I can really just say. Like, just watch the match. It is such a beautiful, beautiful match, and I loved it so much. It's such a great match. Yeah, it's one of those special matches that'll never. It's a once in a lifetime match, because think about it. The story, Sami in his hometown, Roman having held the championship for 900 days at this point. Like, the star power, Sami's becoming just a major ratings draw. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. Jay ended up getting speared by Sami. He was trying to like stop Roman, and we all didn't know what Jay's thoughts were. And then finally at the end, Kevin Owens came out, helped clear out all the bloodline. We didn't see Solo Sikoa on the show, which I found kind of interesting. So That's fascinating. And Sami ends up hitting a haluva kick on Roman Reigns, and he falls out of the ring and takes off. And Kevin and Sami, they have their little stare down while the crowd cheers for Sami Zayn, even though he didn't win. He lost in the end, and yeah, just really sad ending. Sami gave it everything he had. Hometown boy. It was just such an amazing crowd, and everything about that was really, really great. And I love this match. I think this is an amazing, amazing match. I don't know. I think I'd call it a 4 3/4 match. I want to call it. I can't call it a 5-star just due to the ref kind of falling out of the ring there, and Roman and Jay kind of having that like little stare down for just a little too long. I felt like I don't know. Maybe I will call it a 5-star match. I don't know. It was just such a great match. I loved it so much. So you know what? We'll give it 5 stars. This is a 5-star clanger right here. You heard it here first, folks. I don't know. I don't know what the rating is. I don't even know if that matters. Why am I still talking? Anyways, go watch the match. Go watch the chamber match. Overall, I guess I should talk about that. I would probably say that outside of the last 2 matches, this is really everything else on the show wasn't really great. So, but the last 2 matches were really great, which the show was really built around. So, yeah, I'd say it was good for that point, but like everything else, so I don't know. I'd say overall it was like obviously an above average show, but I don't know if I would say it was as good as the Rumble. I don't know. Maybe I liked it better. I know. I got to think about all this stuff. Gosh, get off me, guys. Anyways, peace out. Let me guys know what you thought of the Elimination Chamber, and have a good day, guys.